impact you though when the cheating stuff came up? I'm sure that wasn't easy to hear.
Yeah, well, you get tired of it because you're like,
The emotional toll that rumors can take on individuals, especially those in the public eye, is a topic that many fans don't always consider in depth. For example, when the rumors surrounding Dr. Damon and his alleged infidelity emerged on Married to Medicine, it wasn't just another juicy story to grab headlines. For those involved, it's a personal experience that digs deep into their emotions, relationships, and public image. The reaction to these rumors from Dr. Damon's wife, Dr. Heavenly, and other cast members tells a more complex story than the one the audience gets to see on screen. When Mariah, an integral figure in the drama, was questioned about her involvement in the cheating rumors, she was upfront and candid. The question wasn't just about whether or not she believed the rumors. It went deeper, exploring the emotional impact of hearing such things about someone you know, trust, and have worked with. Mariah shared that it had been exhausting to constantly deal with these accusations. "You get tired of it," she admitted, expressing frustration over how the rumors seemed to resurface repeatedly and how those who had spread the gossip would later come back and apologize. However, the damage was already done, and Mariah questioned why people would spread such rumors if they didn't truly believe them in the first place. What was even more frustrating for Mariah was how those who spread these rumors, including the ones who had called out Dr. Damon, would later try to downplay their actions by apologizing. "I didn't mean it" was a frequent excuse, but it didn't erase the hurt caused by their words. If someone had been respectful and kind to you, why would you go behind their back and accuse them of something so damaging, especially when you don't truly believe it? For Mariah, this was a key emotional struggle. On one hand, she wanted to defend her reputation and the truth. On the other, she also had to confront the reality that people she had respected, even collaborated with, had spread lies that affected her deeply. While Dr. Heavenly was also embroiled in the drama surrounding her husband's alleged cheating, she played a different role. In the midst of all the chaos, there was a moment when Mariah almost spilled the tea about what she knew. However, Dr. Damon himself allegedly asked her not to, and that request carried weight. Mariah spoke about how much respect she had for him and how, despite the drama, she valued his request. This was one of the most telling moments of the drama. Mariah didn't need to drop receipts or stir the pot further. She had been asked to hold back, and out of respect for Dr. Damon's wishes, she did just that. She refrained from making things worse, even though the drama surrounding her was reaching a boiling point. This decision was a reflection of Mariah's character. While others in the group thrived on drama, gossip, and throwing each other under the bus, Mariah was different. Her shade was known to be clever and sly, but she didn't go out of her way to create unnecessary chaos. Unlike some of the others who seemed ready to ignite a scandal at the drop of a hat, Mariah stood out by refusing to actively participate in the maliciousness. She believed in self-respect and had enough emotional intelligence to recognize when it was best to step back. Even when Mariah and Dr. Heavenly had a falling out, the situation was layered. Initially, the two had been close, even working out together and sharing personal moments. However, when Dr. Heavenly's desire to be on Married to Medicine became stronger, things began to shift. Heavenly had been rejected from the show initially because of her size. Imagine being told you couldn't be part of something because of how you looked. It would sting, and it could make you feel like an outsider. But rather than walking away, Heavenly made drastic changes, including undergoing surgery to lose weight. She even enlisted Mariah to work out with her, showing just how close they had been at that time. Yet, despite this apparent camaraderie, things took a sharp turn when Heavenly eventually turned on Mariah. This turn of events left fans scratching their heads. The question that remained unanswered was why Mariah didn't follow through and spill all the tea she had about Dr. Damon's alleged infidelities. Even though there was speculation about what Mariah knew, the truth was that she never made the decision to reveal it all. Instead, she held on to the information, taking a step back and leaving fans to wonder. Why didn't she expose everything? Part of the answer was that Dr. Damon had asked her not to, and she respected that. At the same time, Mariah wasn't a saint in the entire situation. She had a history of throwing shade at Dr. Heavenly, especially in regard to their falling out. On the show, Mariah was known for her sarcastic remarks and biting commentary, but she didn't go as far as to drag people through the mud. She wasn't the type to air everything in public, even though the drama and tension between the cast members often led to such moments. However, this didn't stop the accusations from flying. Mariah admitted that those who had spread rumors about Dr. Damon's cheating had later come to her, apologizing for what they had said. However, Mariah was adamant that their words still had consequences, and she wasn't sure why they felt the need to make such accusations in the first place if they never truly believed them. One of the most interesting dynamics to come out of this scandal was the way in which Dr. Damon handled the situation. In an interview, he chose to break his silence about the allegations. In the past, the men on the show had been relatively silent about the gossip and rumors swirling around them. However, Dr. Damon sitting down to address the cheating rumors was a significant shift. He knew that his silence could be interpreted in many ways, and by choosing to speak out, he opened the door for more questions and scrutiny. In the interview, Dr. Damon expressed that he had consciously chosen not to bring receipts into the conversation. He had thought carefully about the purpose of the show and wanted to focus on preserving families and not tearing them apart. His decision was one of restraint. However, it wasn't just about him and Mariah. Dr. Damon also seemed to hint at the idea that appearances could be deceiving. Just because someone looks a certain way doesn't mean they are incapable of doing something that goes against the public image they project. This is a critical point because in the world of reality television, appearances often shape public opinion. But as Dr. Damon and Dr. Heavenly continued to defend their relationship and their family on the show, fans weren't so quick to buy into their narrative. Many felt that Dr. Damon was being too cautious, maybe even evasive. His choice to deny the allegations, while also implying that he didn't want to tear families apart, left many questions unanswered. Was he trying to protect his family, or was there more to the story than he was letting on? And when you combine that with the fact that Dr. Heavenly had been so vocal in dragging other people's marriages through the mud, it didn't sit well with some viewers. Dr. Heavenly, who had no qualms about speaking her mind and calling out other women on the show, suddenly became defensive when questions about her husband were raised. This shift in energy made viewers wonder, what was she trying to protect? Was there something she didn't want people to know? The suspicion grew as Dr. Heavenly became increasingly guarded about her marriage, leading to more questions about what she knew and what she wasn't telling. Despite the damage control, the interview between Dr. Damon and Dr. Heavenly didn't completely clear the air. In fact, it only fueled the fire. As fans began to revisit past episodes, old clips resurfaced, and with them, more questions. Mariah had previously made claims about knowing details of Dr. Damon's alleged infidelities, but she had chosen to hold back, respecting his wishes not to escalate the situation. However, the damage had already been done. The rumors had already taken root, and no matter how many apologies were made, it was clear that trust had been broken. In the end, the question of whether Dr. Damon was guilty of infidelity remained unresolved. While some tried to offer apologies or explanations, others were left with a lingering sense that the truth was being hidden. The drama surrounding Married to Medicine served as a reminder that reality TV is often far from the picture-perfect stories it tries to portray. Behind the cameras, there are people dealing with the emotional fallout of the drama they participate in. The question remains, how far will some people go to protect their image, and at what cost?